Okay, so this is cool. This is Arizona Decodes A to Z. It's that portion of the channel. It's got its own playlist. As I just try to mix it up a little bit, and I am out here in Arizona, so I have this Arizona story right here. You're looking at former pro basketball player Nathaniel Salmon. Okay, he names Arizona in his top five. Okay. So they're saying a pro basketball. He played in the National Basketball League, not the NBA, the National Basketball League for the Manawatu Jets and Wellington Saints. He is a participant in the National Football League's International Player Pathway program, and he is a tight end from New Zealand, former professional basketball player. Again, turned pro at age 17 and played in New Zealand's national, right? But uh, this guy's a 2026 tight end prospect, okay? Naming the Arizona Wildcats as one of his five schools. So I guess he's in somewhat demand here, huh? So on November 2nd, Arizona on SI reported that Brent Brennan and the Wildcats had extended an offer to Nathaniel Salmon, who a little over a year ago was playing professional basketball overseas. So who is Nathaniel Salmon? I mentioned he was born and raised in New Zealand, joined the country's professional basketball league immediately after graduating from high school. At the end of 2024, he was noticed by the NFL's International Player Pathway Program and began training at IMG Academy for a chance to play in the league. He also attended the Los Angeles Chargers rookie mini camp last spring, but was not signed. Salmon then turned his attention to college football and was granted eligibility by the NCAA on October 9th. And you see him there in the number 40 at LA Chargers mini camp, right? So he's 6'7", 270 pounds as well. Has been offered uh, It says has been offered by numerous programs. With early National Signing Day approaching, he has quickly narrowed down his list of five schools, naming Arizona as one of them. Um, Also, these other schools, look, another Arizona school, Arizona State University, the Sun Devils, Baylor, Utah, and West Virginia right there. Okay. So, right when I just look at this story and I catch a couple of connections right away, and I'm like, bam. Okay. So, you see the article here. I think that it's worth pointing out his birthday is 2 days before Arizona's birthday. And he's got two Arizona teams on his list here. I just actually caught the ASU one, but the Wildcats, uh, this is a Wildcat story, right? But you can see his February 12th birthday and Arizona's birthday, February 14th, 2 days later. Notice how he's born on the 12th. Arizona became a state in the 1912 year. You see that? Even Arizona's birthday, 14th day of the second month, 14 minus 2 is 12. On November 2nd, Arizona on SI reported that Brennan and the Wildcats had extended an offer. November 2nd, 112. That's like 12. Now, I even see here, look at Arizona, the Wildcats. Look, they're in the Big 12 right there. Right? They're in the Big 12. And look, they had a game yesterday. They won 24-20, it looks like, against Kansas. And this guy's played for New Zealand, right? Uh, a New Zealand American football tight end. So I guess he's from New Zealand. That's interesting because it sounds like New England, doesn't it? And I'm sure there's some connections there. As you know, we've had some really good tight ends with the Patriots as well. So that's kind of interesting. And let's see if this. I'd rather go over here to. Let's open this up instead. Over here on Canva. Let's see if I can. But there's a lot of 12s, and there's even more that I'm going to bring up here momentarily as I catch up here. It's just a little easier to present this stuff on Canva. Look at how that February 12th birthday of his upcoming leaves 322 days in the year. Oh, we'll get to that. But look at that November 2nd date right there. They reported Arizona extended the offer. Check that out. It's 102 days before his next birthday, which is also like 12. See that right there? Now back to this 322. Wow, Arizona picked up the victory with 24 points, yesterday. And this dude's born in 2004, like 24. Check that out. A little bit of on the fly. Check this 322 out. Right when a national big story of Dick Cheney dying, during that video, it hit really big with 322 Skull and Bones Secret Society at Yale. Okay? And in that video I mentioned, watch, we're going to get hit with all of these Skull and Bone numbers. Look at this dude's birthday. These are trending stories. I mean, whether they're major news or small news, it's like all of news is controlled by the numbers. This guy's birthday leaves 322 days in the year, and that's the number for Skull and Bones right there. And remember, Skull and Bones was founded in 1832, like 322. UFC 322 is right around the corner. J.J. Watt, didn't he end his career with the Arizona Cardinals? His birthday is 322. Arizona Cardinals. We have these two Arizona football teams here that you see the list of 5, 2 of them Arizona schools. You see that right there? And then you get J.J. Watt. I mentioned J.J. Watt with the 322 birthday. We caught that during, I think I have it right there, during the James Watson trending death. That was all connected to Skull and Bones as well. Co-discovered the double helix shape of DNA. And look, that was connected to football player Deshaun Watson. And you can see all the Skull and Bones Society action. Wow, look at Deshaun Watson up on the top right there. He's got 32. Like a little patch on his Cleveland jersey. Is that referring to like Jim Brown? I might not be right about that, but that's the 32, like 322. And remember, J.J. Watt played for the Texans, and so did Deshaun Watson. Watson. So we get all this 322, 32 action. Skull and Bones action, football with Deshaun Watson. Now we get this tight end right here, and he's out of New Zealand, so somehow, some way, this connects to New England in the Patriots, I'm sure. Remember, that was connected to Dick Cheney's death as well, because Dick Cheney was vice president during 9/11. And then after 9/11, the Patriots became the greatest team ever. And remember, they had Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez, really good tight ends. And this is a tight end here now. Don't forget that he was in mini camp or whatever of the Chargers. So kind of keep that in mind as well. I see he's got a 40 on his jersey. I didn't necessarily see anything with that. But look how this all comes together now with all these stories. Even J.J. Watt, James, you get the J there. Obviously, James D. Watson, like Deshaun Watson. Man, that's interesting that you get sun and Arizona is the Valley of the Sun. Isn't it? Salmon, sun. That's interesting as well. So, I mean, good stuff, huh? So, what else do we have here? Oh, I'm just showing here how Skull and Bones connected to that Dick Cheney death. Now, this guy's birthday leaves 3/22, but I think it's the 43rd. I think it's the 43rd day of the year. It is. You see right there. And remember, Yale equals 43 right there. Yale equals 43, and George Bush Jr., the 43rd president, right? And Dick Cheney was his vice president. So look, the more Skull and Bones action right there. You see that? 43rd U.S. president. And then that's his dad right there, the 41st. And you can see, wow, you know what's amazing? You got Bush Jr. Well, again, that's his dad. But he was president during 9/11. This is HW, but his son W. Bush, with Dick Cheney being the vice president. Man, that was during 9/11. And today, I'm speaking right now, it's the 11th month and the ninth day. Or the ninth day in the 11th month, 9/11. Isn't that amazing? So look at how this energy hits. Don't forget, Arizona Diamondbacks Major League Baseball beat the Yankees after 9/11. Okay, amazing. Look at these connections that are undeniable here. This guy's out of New Zealand. New Zealand 105 and 42 matches Arizona. His name is Nathaniel 84 and 39 like Arizona. Tight end equals 39. Tight end also equals 42 like New Zealand and Arizona. Look at how New Zealand equals 48 and Arizona is the 48th state, and 48 is 84 reversed with Arizona and Nathaniel equaling 84. Hey, 8 plus 4 is 12. Remember, U of A in the Big 12. This guy born on the 12th. Arizona's birthday 2 days later. This is 102 days before his birthday, which is like 12. You get November 2nd right there with the article. Arizona on SI reported the Wildcats extended an offer. 112 is like 12. 4 plus 8 is like 12. Arizona made a state in 1912. Isn't that awesome? Man, and look, he's born in 2004. Look at it from right to left. That's 42. Like Arizona, like tight end, like New England. All right? And Arizona, one of his 5 schools, 1 and 5, is like 105. New Zealand and Arizona. Isn't it amazing? And they say he's a former basketball player. Basketball 185 in the reverse cipher. Nathaniel Salmon 158. Even basketball and Nathaniel Salmon have the 85. They say he played for the Manawatu Jets and the Wellington Saints. Well, look at the Jets, like Arizona. Remember, the Winnipeg Jets in the NHL moved to Arizona and became the Phoenix Coyotes. I was talking about Jets and planes and Tom Brady and 9/11 and the Patriots. Okay? Planes, towers. Remember the Jets football team. Remember Drew Bledsoe was taken out by the Jets with a big hit, right? And who took over and went on to be the greatest quarterback ever? Tom Brady. And then we get the greatest franchise ever, the New England Patriots. You see how that works right there? This guy is also 21. So you get that 12 reversed right there. Bam. 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 So I hope you enjoyed this A to Z Arizona decode on your Sunday, as I'm releasing this. It's released on Sunday. That you have some of the information there. Obviously, there's going to be more here. Wow. His upcoming birthday has the 40 numerology. He had the 40 for the Los Angeles Chargers. And you see 15 date numerology to go with that Arizona connection there. So before I go, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look at the Los Angeles Chargers and might as well just throw them in the calculator on the fly here. Look at that right there. That did not take long. ABC 123. Los Angeles equals 109. And when I look back at the article right here, we had October 9 mentioned in the article, which is the 10th month, and the 9th day, which I probably won't find, which usually happens when you try to find something after hitting record, right? But I'm still going to look. I'm looking. Here, you want to see me look? Look right here. Let's look when we scroll up. We see November 6th. And we scroll up a little more. There it is right there. Bam. And look, he's got the Charger. You see the Chargers on him right there. Bam. He attended Chargers rookie minicamp last spring, but was not signed. Salmon then turned his attention to college football and was granted eligibility by the NCAA on October 9. 109. Los Angeles equals 109. Isn't that absolutely incredible? And you see him with the Chargers jersey on right there. So good stuff. And remember, New Zealand is like New England. So big New England energy, 9/11 energy, Arizona energy, Dick Cheney energy, Bush energy. Okay. One more time. Absolutely amazing. So, one of his 5 schools. Okay. So we'll see where he lands the 2026 tight end prospect. Let's get another look at him right there. Bam, out of New Zealand, Nathaniel Salmon. Okay, I appreciate you. This is A to Z Decodes. Until next time.